So today, we're going to talk about how to become more aware. I think the idea of awareness is the key to all of life. And I think it's something that we will explore in so many different dimensions. So as I talk to you today, I want you to know that I'm giving you just highlights about awareness. I'm not giving you the wholeness of awareness because I don't have enough time to talk about that. But I want to stimulate you with some ideas, with some concepts, so that you can better start this journey from a greater sense of that. So let's start off with this concept, that misery is the state of unawareness. We are miserable because we are not aware of what we're doing and what we're feeling. And when we're not aware of what we're doing and feeling, we just start doing things without consequences, without ideas, not realizing that we have the power, that we are the power that is creating our life. And unless we know that misery, it doesn't happen for us. And so we, to take back our power, must become conscious. You see, the more we are aware, the more we can see, the more we can choose consciously. You see, when we're aware, we now realize that life is a conscious choice. And one of the greatest tools that I've learned is that before I respond or react to anything, I like to pause. Because when I pause, I'm able to see life not as a reaction, but I'm able to reflect on what is in the highest interest that I desire to experience. So awareness then becomes the lens through which we see life. It's like a camera. We can have it blurred, we can have it at wide angle, we can have it lasered in, we can have it focused purposely, we could put filters on that lens, we can do a lot of things to manipulate the picture. But it's through a clear sense of awareness that we really embrace our power. And you see, our level of awareness also determines our level of life experience. People who have a high level of abundance consciousness, who are tuned into abundance, they have that. People who do not have a high level of awareness with abundance, they're not going to have it. If you have the comment that relationships are difficult, that relationships never work, that you can't trust anyone, that level of awareness is going to create your experience in relationships. One of the things that I've learned is that if you're going to enter into a relationship, the most important thing you do is if you're making the decision, I'm going to be in relationship with this person, you have to trust. You have to trust that it will work. Because if you don't, you're putting doubt. And when you put doubt in there, the relationship will do that. And here, let me give you something really simple. We're looking for our purpose in life. I think one of the ways we can easily say that is that our purpose in life is to become more aware. And when we do that, my God, life takes on a whole new meaning, a whole new way of being. Being aware of who we are and what we are aware of is probably the first level of becoming aware. But I don't know that you can separate 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to give you different levels, even though I think they're probably all can be done simultaneous. So the first thing is, you got to know who you are. You've got to become aware of who you are. And how do you do that? You've got to ask questions. You've got to listen to the inner part of you. And then you've got to be aware, where are you right now? What are you doing right now? Right now, I'm speaking to you through a camera. I'm speaking to you via the web. I realize that's where I'm at. But I also realize that through this camera, I am touching thousands and thousands with the potential of touching millions of lives. So I have to be aware of that. And as I'm aware of that, it's easier for me to speak. Because I realize I am not talking to just a camera. I'm talking to individual expressions of God. You see, I have to be aware of that. And then talking to a camera, it's not hard. It's easy because I know I'm tapping in. And I'm tapping into an infinite intelligence, and I'm sharing that intelligence with you. And you see, when you become aware of who you are and where you are and what you're aware of and everything around you, That's what's called being present in the moment. When we're present in the moment, we're aware of everything that's going on around us. That means that we're tuned into life. And that's where the past no longer exists. The fear of the future no longer exists because we're right here, right now, in this now. You know, probably once we get this idea of who we are, being in the moment, being present, seeing what's available to us, the next thing is understanding that our beliefs create our life experience. And so becoming aware then goes to about building belief. And I believe this is just the next level of becoming aware. And I think this is a huge step. I think most people don't yet understand about building belief. People, if they become aware, they're saying they're just observing what's going on. They're observing what's happening. Who am I? They're observing that, okay? That's the process of observing. Now we're moving from the process of observing to the process of creating. And we create through our mind, through our beliefs. So building belief is a thing. So what is a belief then? Our beliefs are our thoughts, words, actions, and feelings aligned toward a specific result, held persistently and consistently. You've heard me say that. If you've been at Agape, you've heard me say that over and over and over again. Our beliefs are thoughts, words, actions, and feelings held toward a specific result, held persistently and consistently. All of that has to come into play. And the key words in there are feelings. We've got to feel it. We got to feel it all through us. And we've got to do it persistently and consistently. We can't just do it once or another. So building our belief is not the final thing. It's just the next thing. Here's where I really want to get into the meat today. Knowing truth is the ultimate state of awareness. And when I say truth, I'm saying truth with a capital T. Knowing the infinite, knowing oneness, knowing nirvana, knowing the greatness of all. And that state can only be achieved through a deep spiritual practice of meditation. There are no shortcuts to that, none whatsoever. Every great avatar that has walked the planet talks about that. That state of oneness can only be achieved through meditation. And you know, it's fascinating. It's that in this state of truth is the only place that we can begin to know love and share it. Because what is love? Love is a state of acceptance. Because that's how truth, that's how oneness sees life. It accepts it as it is. It does not judge. Then once we can know this truth for ourselves and accept ourselves, then we can share it with others. But until we know it for ourselves, we can't share it. You see, meditation charges us up. It charges us up so that we feel, sense, and know love within us. And then the love in us empties us so we can charge again. So we charge, we're like a solar panel, we're a love panel. And that love panel has to have meditation to be charged up. And once it's charged up, after we get out of meditation, then it empties out into the world. It empties out into other people, giving that love freely without condition in the world. And then what do? We come back into meditation to recharge. I'm witnessing that on my solar system on my house right now. During the day, man, that system in the sun, it's charging up big. Then when the sun goes down, there's no charge. What's it's doing? Giving out. And then to recharge, it has to recharge itself again. That's the same thing with us. We are no different. So if you're in a relationship with a partner and you feel empty, it's because you need to recharge. You've got to go into a state of meditation because it's only there that you can find the truth and know the truth for yourself. There's no other activity that I am aware of. Everything else is just a stopgap. It's a feel-good, but it's not the real deal. The real deal is being in the silence in meditation. That's where it's at. Here's the thing that leads to it. When I was meditating this morning, I didn't have this idea, but as I meditated this morning, I realized that awareness is freedom. When we are aware the past no longer influences us, when we're aware other people's comments do not influence us, when we're aware we realize that the power to change, the power to become, the power to experience is all within us. And awareness allows us to truly give, to truly feel, and to truly know love.
I want to thank you for joining us today. I'm so grateful that you took your time to watch or listen to this message. If you found this message beneficial, I would ask that you go to our website, agapecsl.com. Once there, click on the donate button and experience the joy of conscious and purposeful giving. Or if you would like, text your gift by simply dialing 972-532-6976. It is through your gifts that we are able to bring this message to you in the world. I would ask that if you like this message, to please subscribe to my YouTube channel under my name, Lee Wolak. Again, I want to thank you for joining me in the Agape community as we learn how to better self-love through conscious living.